We're replacing the starter on a 2001 Ford Focus. Focus has a little bit of a reputation for being hard to work on. This isn't the easiest starter to take out, but it's not the worst either. I've done vehicles that have been harder to get out a starter than this. So if you have one, it's not that bad. You know, give yourself an hour to 2 hours and you'll have it changed out. Even if it's your first time, it'll go pretty good for you. Where you can start is at the top and remove your air cleaner box. You'll need to unplug the electrical connector to your air cleaner tube here. You may want to pull it all as one, or you can do it in two parts. Either way works. So here's the tube. I've got the tube off. We'll screw here and another one at the other hose clamp. Set it out of the way. This here's the air cleaner box. It's removed now and I've set it to the side because you'll need to get in through here. On the bottom you're going to see three or four little feet, and they just push into plastic grommets in the pan on the bottom on top of the fender, and just grab it and give it a tug and it'll just pull right out as one complete unit. It is not bolted in. I've chosen to use an extension with a swivel to get at the bolts. I found out I can also get in with the 2-inch extension and a ratchet and a short socket. So when you're starting some jobs, you kind of don't know what you're going to need for a tool, because you know, you're just fighting in small spaces to get at the bolts. You're looking at the starter right here. There is one starter bolt here. The other is over here. I've already got it loose. And the third one's on the bottom that I'll show you in a minute. This here is one of the grommets for the air cleaner. That gives you some idea where we're at. And these are your two heater hoses. There's one here and one underneath. Just move those heater hoses out of the way and you'll be able to see this bolt and this bolt. One way I got at this was I lifted up the two heater hoses here, each of them. Then I put my 2-inch extension underneath with the ratchet and short socket, got on there and unscrewed it. So it's not that bad. This is another look at it, getting the second bolt. Now we'll jack the car in the air and unhook the cable. You'll do it for two reasons. So you don't send any sparks out when you're underneath, but also by removing this cable you'll get a little bit of you'll gain a couple of inches of length in the wire when you get under to have to turn your starter to remove the wires. There is a pin along the side where this wire harness plugs into, so search where that is on your car and just unplug it. Underneath the car now, this is the third wire, and this was your starter harness here that's going up that we just unhooked at the battery. So there's quite a bit of room there. My camera wouldn't focus on this, I guess shot it too fast, I don't know, but once the starter is pulled back, let it fall on its side, kind of like it was pointing up, and I just rolled it down, and then you can see the two nuts you have to unscrew. There are three, but just take two. Take the big one that's on the bottom and the little one. And just unscrew those two and lift this plastic piece off. Once I slid the starter wires off, I just drug it out the hole, and now here's the new starter going back in. I've got the wires hooked up, and I'm going to just start in reverse. Everything you do is in reverse. So basically, I had the starter with me, so once I undid those two wires, I grabbed the new starter, put the two nuts back on, slid the starter back into place, did up that nut, came to the top, pulled the wire back up, and tightened down the two nuts, the two bolts, because there's three on the starter. Tighten the battery cable back down, put an air cleaner back on, and it's finished. So as you can see, it's not really complicated, and don't let not seeing the heads of those bolts scare you. Just move the heater hoses around and they're in view. Try a couple of different length sockets with extensions on your ratchet, and you can do this job quite easy. So I hope that's helped you to change your starter on your 201 Focus or related years. Thanks for watching.